Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the We're Not Stumped podcast. I'm your host, Mike Boland, and welcome to News and Notes. News and Notes for the week of March 17th. Today is March 20th. By the way, I hope everyone had a very fun St. Patrick's Day. A couple show notes real quick. On March 18th, Tuesday, March 18th, a show dropped with Linda Moore, who is an above-knee amputee, and her therapist, Deidre Murphy. She was on there too. The three of us engaged in some fun conversation, but meaningful conversation, especially with having both an amputee and their therapist on. I can't thank them enough. And OSF Healthcare put this all together. So thank you so much for putting that together. I really enjoyed the episode, and I hope you do too. And one other thing, the roles were reversed where I was a guest on someone's podcast. And this podcast is actually a fantastic podcast, and I can't recommend it enough. It's called the No Gray Areas Podcast. The host is Patrick McCullough, and I had such a great time being on that podcast. So if you want to learn a little bit more about me, my philosophies, and how I think, listen to that podcast because he did a great job of interviewing me. And typically on this podcast, I interview others, so I don't talk about myself, generally speaking. But you want to learn a little bit more about me, listen to that podcast. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to be on that podcast. It was a great time. So let's get into it. News and notes. So the first thing I want to do, here's a really interesting story that came to my attention. And this is one of those things that when you think with limb loss, whether you were born this way like me or someone else that maybe lost a limb, if you think, hey, maybe some of my challenges and goals need to stop, well, think again. And here's a good story. So here is the headline. Parker Byrd, not letting his prosthetic leg stop him, hits his first RBI for East Carolina. And this comes courtesy of Outkick, Outkick.com, and Trey Wallace is the reporter. So let me read this to you. The inspirational story of East Carolina baseball player Parker Byrd continued this week in college baseball as Byrd recorded his first RBI for the Pirates after battling back to the field using a prosthetic leg. After losing his leg in a boating accident during the summer of 2022, Parker Byrd underwent 23 surgeries in his fight to survive, but not only survive, but also to return to the sport he loves. Last season, he became the first person ever to play in Division I with a prosthetic leg. He made his debut during the Pirates' first game of the season last year. Now, Parker is back and looking for more in 2025. After only 3 appearances last season, Byrd stepped to the plate against VCU this week, looking to add to the amazing story of determination that led him back to the field. With East Carolina holding a comfortable lead, Parker Byrd was sent to the plate to pinch hit in the 9th inning, looking to add to the Pirates' lead. A swing of the bat led to a shot into right field, long enough to allow his teammate Walker Barron to score, earning Byrd his first collegiate RBI, which sent the Pirates dugout into a full-on celebration. Sometimes you can't make this type of story up, and Parker Byrd, all surgeries, the rehab, fighting to play the sport he loves so much, and that's paying off in a major way. It's one thing for him to be with the team at practice or in the dugout at games, but Byrd is making the most of a situation that has captivated college baseball fans everywhere. This will certainly not be the last time we see Parker take to the field this season for East Carolina, and everyone looks forward to continuing to watch him defy the odds. Congratulations, Parker. Keep it up. Keep going. I know you're going to make a big difference and do a lot of great things in your life. There's no doubt about that. So number 2, I want to talk about an organization that came to my attention that I think is pretty cool. This one's called the Kirstie Ennis Foundation. And let me tell you a little bit about them. Here's their mission. At the Kirstie Ennis Foundation, they provide education, opportunity, and healing in the outdoors through recreational therapy and clinics. They introduce new and recycled medical device technology to underserved communities around the world, and they also partner with organizations with similar missions of improving the quality of life for individuals through mobility. So they have a lot going on. There is a donate tab at the very top, so please do that. But let me go to the About Kirstie, about their organization section. And here's a little bit of a backstory for the Kirstie Ennis Foundation, which, by the way, can be found at the KirstieEnnisFoundation.com. So if you want to take a look at what they have going, go to that URL. Here's the backstory. After joining the Marine Corps to serve others, Sergeant Ennis was injured when her helicopter crashed on her second deployment in Afghanistan, and she was forced into medical retirement. After struggling through over 40 surgeries, including an amputation, she was in search of a way to be of service again. In the early stages of her recovery, Kirstie relied heavily on outdoor therapy to get her life back. Thanks to her experiences, Kirstie now does more on one leg than she ever dreamed of doing on two. In 2017, Kirstie committed her Climbing for a Cause initiative, climbing the highest peak in each of the 7 continents while raising funds and awareness for charity. Kirstie has turned the concept of disabled athlete on its head, proving how capable she is. While she continued the summit to the tallest mountains in the world, Kirstie developed the goal to share the outdoor recreational therapy with the underserved communities and created the Kirstie Ennis Foundation. Kirstie started holding group and individual outdoor experiences, and she found a new way to serve. Fantastic. So they have some upcoming events, and the one I want to talk about, within this organization, they have the Kirstie Ennis Foundation Oktoberfest. And what this is a fundraiser that has been held on the second Sunday of every October for the last 3 years in beautiful Glenwood Springs, Colorado. This event is an opportunity for the Kirstie Ennis Foundation to raise funds and host a community event to celebrate the generosity that they have experienced in the beautiful Rocky Mountain town. 100% of each ticket sales goes towards the Kirstie Ennis Foundation programming, and there's more information soon about that event. That sounds like fun, to be honest with you. Man, if I happen to be in that area of, who wouldn't want to be in Glenwood Springs, Colorado in October, by the way? But if I happen to be there, I'd certainly like to go there and support it. And matter of fact, anybody from that organization who wants to come on this program to talk about what they're doing and to talk more about this Oktoberfest, I'd love to see it. One other thing about this foundation, something they have on here, which I think is fantastic because it's something that I share with them. They say, we are a small 501c3 nonprofit organization that has no paid employees, but is dedicated and certainly has a dedicated few who stand with our mission to bring opportunities for education and healing through outdoor recreation sports. That means that 93 cents of every dollar donated goes directly to their programming. And here's how it works. They're going to hold 1 to 2 recreational sports clinics each season. They provide brand new gear, whether it be snowboards, mountain bikes, climbing gear, and clothing to every participant. Professional instruction is given. All travel expenses and meals are provided. So there's a lot that goes on. They're a small but mighty 501c3. This is the Kirstie Ennis Foundation. Again, you can find them at KirstieEnnisFoundation.com. So that's it for the week of March 17th. Still, I see I'm a little slow. I'm still recovering from St. Patrick's Day. But that's it for the news and notes for the week of March 17th. Again, please go check out not only the recent podcast with Linda Moore and Deidre Murphy, but go check out No Gray Areas, where I get interviewed. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to have a link to the description, and I can't thank Patrick McCalla enough again. I just had a really great time getting to meet him and getting to talk to him on his podcast. So again, that's it. As I say at the end of every podcast, every News and Notes podcast on Thursday, everyone, have a great week.